to think about how well we can respond, how well we are controlling and monitoring transactions, and how well our clients are.
Hello, and welcome to the Bankers Masterclass series in association with Deutsche Bank, looking at the new role of correspondent banking provider. I'm Joy McKnight, Transaction Banking Editor, and I'm here with Susan Skerritt, Global Head of Institutional Cash Management and Head of Global Transaction Banking Americas at Deutsche Bank. In Chapter 1 of the four-part series, we're going to look at the challenges and opportunities in correspondent banking. Hi, Susan. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Hello,
what
Joy.
do you think are the big challenges that face the correspondent banking industry today?
Joy, I think about the challenges in correspondent banking in four ways. First, we have a challenge that our clients are demanding even more, demanding more transparency, more efficiency, more speed. The second challenge is that we're facing different competition. What we call Fintech, financial technology providers, are really looking hard at whether they can provide payments in alternative ways. The third real area of focus for us is around cybersecurity. Clearly, cyber risks are very much front of mind. And the fourth real challenge we have is an ongoing one. It's with dealing with money laundering and financial terrorism, obviously something that we are intent on protecting ourselves and our customers against.
Thanks. And obviously de-risking is also a big challenge facing the banks today. How is Deutsche Bank responding to those challenges?
Well, de-risking, or what is sometimes referred to as financial exclusion, is something that we also are very focused on. I do link it to the money laundering and financial terrorism risk or challenge, because as we look at the risks that we face and that our clients face, we have to think about how well we can respond, how well we are controlling and monitoring transactions, and how well our clients are. And so decisions that we make to step away from a particular client, perhaps, is as much to do with our capabilities and their capabilities and our ability to ensure that we are dealing with money laundering and financial terrorism effectively.
Okay. And you mentioned Fintech. How much competition are you seeing specifically in transaction banking or correspondent banking from the Fintech startups that are coming into play? But also, do you think that there's a need for more collaboration between the Fintechs and the banks?
Well, it's interesting, Joy. Most of the Fintech providers actually do their payment processing through banks. So at the moment, what we are seeing is Fintech providers offering a front end to their clients, to their mostly consumer clients, and then they work with banks to actually process those payments. However, more and more Fintech providers are thinking about ways that they can actually be involved in the settlement and clearing of transactions. So we are collaborating very extensively with Fintech providers at Deutsche Bank to ensure that we are thoughtful about the opportunities, that we are nimble in terms of our response. So I think we're already collaborating extensively. I think the industry must continue to collaborate. But I think there's an opportunity for all of us to change the industry in very positive ways.
Okay. Maybe my last question is really, how do you think that correspondent banks can sort of reinvent themselves in this new environment?
Well, given the challenges that we face, given the competitive environment, given the demands of our clients, we have to reinvent ourselves. When I think about the industry and I think about the tremendous work that was done at the inception of the SWIFT organization with the creation of standards, it was that creation that actually enabled us to develop into an industry that has this amazing straight-through processing rate. So for SWIFT, they process straight through 99.9% of all of their transactions. And at Deutsche Bank, we have a similar number, just slightly below that. So I believe that that is an example of the kind of dramatic change that can take place in the industry. and I think we're going to see a similar level of change. But I'm seeing that the industry is up for it.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your insight, Susan. In the second part of the Masterclass series, we're going to look at the recent advances in cross-border payments.